All right, guys, so we got to talk about a Florida middle school art teacher who got fired. Yeah, that's right. She got the axe for allegedly coming out to her students, telling her students her sexual orientation, and also giving the students an assignment in which she asked them to express themselves. And then the students turned around and drew LGBTQ / pride / trans flags as a way of expressing themselves. And this teacher thought it was a good idea to hang those flags up in her classroom, right? Or a place that administrators could see. And it didn't work out too well, as administrators and parents apparently had an issue with the alleged conversation that she had with these kids and the assignment that she gave them. So I want to talk about that. But before I get in that, I just want to let you guys know that if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You support the Patreon, you support the PayPal, you support the merch. There are multiple ways to support the channel if you would like to do so. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play a news clip of this incident so you guys can get a better understanding of what's going on here. Take a look.
How do you feel right now?
Really ashamed, I guess, disappointed, because I feel like it's all my fault. And I was just being myself.
That Cape Coral middle school teacher claims she was fired because she spoke with her students about sexuality. I'm Peter Bush.
And I'm Kelly Byrne. She says her art students then drew flag pictures expressing their own sexuality, but school leaders forced her to crumple up those drawings and throw them out. She took this picture, and just after that, she was fired. NBC2's Dave Elias spoke with the former teacher today and the Lee County School District.
Casey Scott is a first-year art teacher. She sat down with me today exclusively to say she believes that she was fired after some students here at Trafalgar Middle School began drawing LGBTQ flags.
A discussion happened in class, and because of that, now I'm fired.
That discussion, according to Trafalgar Middle School teacher Casey Scott, centered on student sexuality.
A lot of the kids came out to me like, oh, well, I'm non-binary, and a couple kids said, oh, well, I'm bi. One kid said they're gay.
She claims students wondered about her.
Oh, I'm pansexual, so I like anyone despite female, male.
And married to a man. She says some students asked to create art expressing their sexuality.
This one's a trans flag.
She hung the pictures on her classroom door.
They said that it would be in the best interest if I just got rid of them now.
She snapped these pictures showing how she got rid of them.
I went over to the recycling bin. I grabbed all of their flags, and all the kids were staring at me, and I crumbled their flags in front of them.
She was sent home, and then
I got a call from administration saying that, well, at this time, we are releasing you from your contract.
She showed us social media posts from students upset over her firing. However, the Lee County School District showed us complaints from parents and students explaining that they could create flags expressing who they are. Union President Kevin Daley says they can legally fire her.
During that probationary period, they can let you go without cause.
She doesn't belong to the union. Daley believes the firing could be a wake-up call for teachers.
There is kind of a heightened sense of, where is the boundary and what are employees supposed to do, allowed to do, what to do when a topic comes up in discussion.
Her firing came days before the governor signed a law that limits LGBTQ talk in age-appropriate settings.
My concern is for the mental health of the transgender, non-binary students.
LGBTQ advocate Crystal Siscon believes the district made a mistake.
I would like to see a statement from the school board recognizing that they need to have a mental health counselor come in and speak with the children who are directly impacted by their actions toward this teacher.
The district telling me, quote, she was terminated for not following state-mandated curriculum. Dave Elias, NBC2.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really buying this teacher's story, right? She just kind of acts like, well, I just casually said that I was, pansexual or whatever after a student asked. And all of a sudden, they just started drawing LGBTQ flags, right? Expressing themselves. And I don't necessarily believe that's how the story went. I believe that she was openly talking about her sexuality in class. Okay. She was having a discussion about it with kids, and then she probably gave them an assignment and say, hey, this is who I am. Can you guys draw a flag expressing who you are? Okay. She didn't say just draw some random image to express who you are. No. Draw flags, right? Flags. Okay. So I don't think that it's a coincidence that she happened to come out to her students and tell them that she's pansexual, and then all of a sudden they're drawing, LGBTQ flags. I think that she probably prompted them to do that, right? That's probably something that she kind of leaned into, okay? Especially considering how the students were also talking about their own sexualities, right? Not only that, she posted the flags in her classroom, right? You're posting them in your classroom for the kids to see, for the administrators to see, and then you want to act like you're so shocked all of a sudden when people say, hey, you know what, there's an issue here. Like, why are students drawing LGBTQ flags, right? Why are they doing this? Now, this came before Ron DeSantis signed this bill, right? So you can't really blame this on the bill. But with that being said, I do want to go over this real quick, as her father is speaking out on social media, basically accusing the school of lying about the reason for her firing, as the school says that she was fired for not sticking to the curriculum. So let's read here. As everyone is entitled to their own opinion, try to understand this fact. My daughter, Miss Casey Scott, never had open discussions with students about sexual orientation. A student asked her a question and she answered it without thinking of how it may be used against her by her own administration. She never purposely told them her orientation to make them feel anything. She simply answered a question. As a first-year teacher, having no prior incidents, firing her was an abuse of authority and far too excessive for a first-time issue. Why make an example of her this way? To scare off teachers from saying anything about themselves? Whatever happened to warning or reprimanding someone before you simply fire them? Then the school wouldn't even offer an explanation to her except to make up a lie, citing she didn't follow Florida mandated curriculum. As she explained to the administration, the artwork the students made was side art only permitted after the Florida mandated curriculum assignment had been completed. So again, the Lee County School Board is totally lying. This is a double standard. Trafalgar Middle School displays gender-friendly posters expressing how open, accepted, and safe everyone is, yet they fired the art teacher for answering a question. The school cop can walk around discussing her orientation with students about being lesbian, marrying another woman soon, and still keeping her job. So again, why the double standard? Trafalgar Middle School VP. All right, so again, I don't know the details in regards to what's true and what's not true. All I know is this story that we have here and the explanation from the school and the teacher. And to me, I just think that the teacher's story sounds a little fishy here. I think that the teacher definitely was having discussions with kids about her sexual orientation. I mean, by the way, what does pansexual mean? I don't understand the difference between pansexual and bisexual, right? Pansexual, I guess, means that you're open to everything. But because I believe that sex is binary, that gender is binary, there's only male and female, man and woman, wouldn't that by definition also be bisexual as well too? Right? I'm just saying, I really don't understand the need for the distinction there. But apparently this pansexual teacher here took the conversation a little bit too far, right? And to the point where, again, even parents were concerned about the conversation being had in class, which means that I think it definitely went further than just students asking her a question about her sexuality or whatever. But again, why would that question even come up, right? Why would it even come up? And even if it did, considering the political climate and the things that are going on in Florida and across the country, I probably just would have not mentioned it, right? I'd probably just be like, hey, you know what? That's not appropriate to discuss, and stuck to the curriculum, right? Because at the end of the day, if you would have stuck to the curriculum, you would still have your job. Unfortunately, you didn't, allegedly. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.